That really needs to be higher.
Okay. We are now live. Hi, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Okay. You want me to raise it? It does look like we're looking down, doesn't it? Over on YouTube.
What?
Okay. Hold on.
Well, hold on.
What? Let me get another book.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Okay. Sorry, guys. We on YouTube. Is that right? Is it normally that high?
I
feel
think
like it's not. Okay. On YouTube, we use books to prop up my computer. And so we're just getting that situated. So, hi, everyone. Welcome to Vino and Vent.
Leave your hair alone.
Well, you know, I was thinking that you pressed go live before I was ready. So I'd normally be doing this off camera. I would never fix my hair on camera.
Hey, Mason. Hey, everybody. Hey, Sapna. Why don't you go through and say hello to everybody, and then we'll jump into it.
Yes, let's do a little roll call. Hello, Nathan and PJ and Sapna and Thomas and Sean and Kevin and Colleen and Clinton and Brian and Jim and Will and Chris and Kyle and Rhonda and Quincy, Michael, Wendy, Pat, Scott, George, Francesco, Clinton, Michael, Andrew, Dustin, Donnie,
Noel, Captain Josh.
Hi from Canada. Hey, Sam. Hey, Jimmy. Hi, James. Hi, Jody.
Okay, so
yes,
let's get started. Welcome to Vino and Vent. This is officially number 71. So we have been doing this for a bit. Thank you guys for taking time out of your week to spend it with us.
Yes.
Why don't we do a little cheersies?
Okay, so tonight we're drinking a red Cabernet. So whether you're drinking Cabernet, Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, a whiskey sour, an Arnold Palmer, I think that's what it's called, a Fireball, maybe some sweet tea.
Or some Wawa.
Oh, or water or coffee. I mean, I know it's nighttime, but maybe you're drinking coffee right now.
I mean, it is for us, not for everybody.
That's true.
Speaking of, where's everybody from?
Yes,
Mexico.
Oh, Mason's drinking Sprite.
Minneapolis.
So whether you're
Pakistan.
Moscato babes, yes, Dustin has his Moscato. Okay, so whether you're drinking any of that stuff, cheers to you. Cheers.
Chizzies. Chizzies.
Cheers.
We made it through another week.
Thank you. I was about to say, what did we do?
We have France. We have I'm from Ohio and Florida, New Mexico, City. Minnesota, Hudson Valley, Washington, D.C.,
Indonesia,
California, Massachusetts, East Texas, still in Nashville. Hey, Lane, Louisiana, Kansas City, Michigan, Boston, Ohio.
Okay, I can't.
All over the place. Ann Arbor, San Antonio.
Cheers,
Vancouver,
Kevin. Georgia,
Florida, Dubai. That's far away.
Wow, Kentucky.
We were just there.
Tristan said that he's drinking tears from the election.
Yeah, Ontario. Okay, so I would say that's probably the biggest thing that has happened since last Sunday. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on that because if you've noticed, we've been kind of MIA this week. We've kind of been in mourning. We were very vocal about who we voted for and why we were voting for them. And we were definitely sad about it. I honestly didn't have good feelings as far as like, I kind of saw it going the way that it went. And the only good thing to come is that in 4 years, we will never have to deal with this again unless the laws are changed.
Or unless JD Vance runs as well, which
my biggest thing is
so young.
My biggest thing is I don't think anyone, well, I can't say that. I think that we know who I'm talking about. I think that it's hard to beat how horrible of a person he is. But like I said, I don't really want to spend much time on it because I feel like we've been talking about it nonstop. And I want to be the cheerful part of your week. So let's talk about great things that have happened this week. Speaking of, the greatest thing that happened in our week was that our son turned 8 years old this week. He
Yeah, he did.
he
On election day, actually,
on election
which
day,
was a bright spot in that day.
yes. So he turned 8. We didn't celebrate his birthday that day. We did take him. What we've been doing since last year I guess our oldest son started this tradition. And what it is we take the kids to a toy store and they get to pick out one gift up to a certain dollar amount.
Mm-hmm.
And they love it. They spend like 30 minutes in there looking at everything. And so far, Alan did it first, Raya did it, and then Anna will get to do it in January. And it's a cute little family tradition that we did. And he was super excited. He got a 2-in-1 roller skate set. So you can have roller skates and you can switch them out into rollerblades, which on the thing it's inline skates. If that's what they call
I think
it.
it's like the official name. Yeah, you're right.
So he has been practicing, not so good yet, but he's working his way up to being good. So yeah, that was the best thing that happened this week. We talked about the worst thing that had happened this week, and go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, speaking of that, I'm noticing a lot of comments from people also voicing their sadness and their fears and their frustration. I agree that I want to be this to be a bright spot and a happy spot. However, at the end, if you guys do want to hold space to vent about the election, I think maybe we should. How do you feel about that? Or do you just not want to talk about it? A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I cried too, whatever. And so I'm like, this could also be a space for them to vent and us to like acknowledge it. But again, towards the end, maybe if we still feel up to it.
Okay.
No, okay.
I've had a really bad. I've honestly had a really bad couple of weeks, and I definitely need some positivity in my life right now. But I totally get it.
Maybe we'll do that over on Substack. That's fine. We don't have to do it on here. We can do it on Substack.
Okay. PJ, has your skin healed, or do you need more treatment? So my skin has healed. However, this weekend at the farm beats me up when I'm out there. I cut my elbow on barbed wire and then had a little nose injury, but what's the thing?
People are like, LOL, that was a hard no. Someone said, LOL, the no. I know that.
It's hard for me to
being like frosted out over here.
Thomas is very, very passionate about it, and I would say almost draining.
But you have to admit that after the election, I really didn't talk about it much. Like, we haven't watched the news since Tuesday.
We actually fought for the first 2 days because I absolutely despise you know who, and Thomas does too. However, Thomas takes it to an extreme that I'm not willing to go to because it affects my like you were getting into arguments with people that we're close to about it.
Just one person, but yes.
Nah, I don't think just one.
The other one was not an argument.
Multiple people.
No, just one. The other one was not an argument.
So I don't know if y'all are prepared to go down that rabbit hole with Thomas, but maybe I step out of the room and you do that. But we've done it all week, and I don't want to.
It's fine. No, we can do it on a newsletter. We have a newsletter. We have an open chat on our newsletter.
This goes back to like no relationship is perfect, and this week has been tough.
Yeah,
on our relationship, not like someone said as Thomas should. Yeah,
I know there's going to be arguments on both sides. There's going to be points made.
My point is, I really despise this person. Maybe more than you, but I'm vocal up to a point, and then I also don't want to go there with every single person, because here's the thing. We live in a town where I would say 90 or more % of them voted this way.
Well, yeah.
And so like it would be exhausting if we did this conversation with every single person that we're close to or friends with. No, there was more than.
I mean, two of our best friends most likely voted for Trump, and I didn't bring up anything to them. So like, it's not every person. I am picky and choosy. Someone said, "Are you guys not on the same side?" No. We definitely despise Trump, and we voted for Kamala. We are diehard Democrats through and through. We always have been, and we always will be. But I think that I get really, really emotional and passionate about it. And you're just like, I'd rather not go there with other people. But I am picky who I'd go there with.
I wouldn't say that you're picky. And you also talk to them in a condescending way, which I don't agree with. So it's not necessarily that I'm not willing to talk about it. It's you take it to like another level that I don't like to be a part of, because nobody's going to walk away and have like, you're not going to walk away from that in either person's mind where it's a beneficial. No one's going to benefit from the conversation. And I don't know. See, guys, that's why I didn't want to go there, because we've went there all week and we've vented. So one thing that I did do that has been great is I did delete everyone on Facebook who was vocal about it. And I probably deleted over 50 people of like local people. And it has been very beneficial. My stance on that in the past was like, I'm not going to delete them because I want to be the person to help teach them. And after the last one, after the 2016 election and living through that for 4 years, I don't want to be that person anymore. But what's next?
I don't know. Can you guys hear our dog snoring? Okay, I don't know. I don't know what else is next. I don't know where we go from that. Yeah, we have not been on the we have not watched the news this week, which has been nice. We've been focusing a lot on Holiday House this week, which is our farmhouse. And we got some new pieces for our farmhouse that I can't wait to show you.
How are the animals? The animals are doing great. We spent the weekend at the farm. We came home today, and Josie was alive and well. And we haven't talked about. Did you just say that we celebrated Rye's birthday?
No, I didn't say that we celebrated it just yet. Yesterday we did celebrate. So we said that our 8-year-old son had a birthday on Tuesday, and then we ended up celebrating it this weekend at the farm with family and friends. And it was so nice. It was just all of our favorite people came, and it was just a really nice way to spend a Saturday. The weather was great. Oh my gosh, it was sunny, and it wasn't too hot, and it wasn't too cold. And the food was good, and it was just a really nice afternoon.
Danny on TikTok said, I watched the Martha doc. Where did it go? Why do y'all remind me of her? The good parts. What's funny, Danny, is Thomas mentioned that I remind him of her, but not just the good parts, also the bad parts. And I agree. I do think that we were very similar in almost all aspects, good and bad.
Yes. Yeah, you guys are very, very similar. I didn't say that her bad parts whenever I said it, though. I just said that you guys are both like I don't know what's the word. What did I say? I did say something, and it was like y'all, like your way or the highway. Like she's very much like that. Like she's very like.
Or maybe you said the good parts, and I was like, and also the bad parts, and you agreed. Which I mean, I completely agree. I'm not perfect, and I definitely have some bad parts, but. Do you guys know what y'all are cooking for Thanksgiving? Good question. So we tend to be very American traditional in what we cook. We always do a turkey. Usually Thomas's brother does a fried turkey. We do mashed potatoes and corn, and we do green beans or green bean casserole.
Green bean casserole. You say mashed potatoes, rolls. PJ will make like a stuffing. And I think that's it. And then for dessert, we'll normally do like an apple pie with ice cream, or I think that's it, like a store-bought apple pie. I would love to make an apple pie one day. But right now it's Miss Calendar's. Is that it? Pat said Thanksgiving at the farm. Yes, that is the plan, Pat. We are planning to have Thanksgiving at the farm this year. Holiday House is finally ready and finally finished after 4 years. And so we are planning to do it out there with the family. And I'm so excited.
Swapna, it's funny that you asked that question, because on the way home from the farm, you popped in my head and I was like, oh no, I'm not going to have an update. But Swapna asked, she said, have you sold any more stuff from your storage unit, PJ? So I got into this I got into a kick of where I was selling a bunch of stuff that we are hoarding currently. However, last week was a very busy, not so great week, and I did not feel motivated to list anything else. I have sold everything that I had listed on Facebook Marketplace. So I need to relist everything.
Someone asked on Instagram if we're still looking for a larger family home. I mean, I would say the answer is always yes for that. We love our house and we love where we live, and excuse me, it's a really comfortable house and we like our setup, but yeah, I think that we're always on the lookout. We also just love houses. Like, we're always looking at real estate.
Well, I mean, it's part of what we do for a living. I was a realtor before, and so we're constantly looking for real estate to purchase and either fix up and keep for ourselves and do some type of rental, or just fix up and sell.
Yeah.
So we will see.
Thanks. I'm sorry. I've been noticing a couple of comments saying that they like my haircut. And then this one just said, I like your haircut. I imagine PJ did it. This is the first haircut in maybe a year that PJ did not do. I actually went to the barber and they cut it because I just wanted it really quickly. It was very last minute on Friday. No, it was Friday. And we didn't have time for PJ to cut it. So just did it on Friday.
You guys went to farm some land in Washington State.
Oh my gosh, I love Washington State.
I think we are farmed out. Somebody also asked earlier, I can't remember which platform, what was the next animal that we wanted for the farm. And we do not want any more animals.
No.
We are animaled out, especially now that Dixie's not there. We actually rehomed a couple of our animals just to try to get it more manageable, since we don't have a full-time or a person living on site at all times. But where's Dixie? So just a quick Dixie update. So Dixie moved, I guess, this summer, and maybe a month ago, she bought some land, and she has been she fixed up her camper. She moved her camper there, and she has been working her land. She's the happiest I think she's ever been. This is like what she's been building up for. She's really close to her sister. And when we go out of town, she still comes and will pet sit and go. She goes to the farm. And so it's been great. And I call her all the time just to get updates on how the land is coming.
Hi, Jacob on Instagram. Hello, George and Rodney from Pittsburgh.
Pat said no more fun facts with Dixie. I actually talked to her about it, and I was like, from now on, when you come to Pet Sit, we need to do a couple of fun facts so that we can put them in the vlog. Which, by the way, we did not do a vlog this week. We took a hiatus kind of from everything this week.
We did. That said, we have a lot of footage to edit for a vlog, so there will be a vlog next weekend. Someone asked what the water access above the stove is called. They love it. I think we call it a wait, oh my God, now I'm blinking.
Pot filler.
Pot filler. I think I've also heard of pasta arm before. Oops.
Hey, Liam from Chattanooga.
But yeah, it's really just to fill up big pots of water or any pots of water on the stove, and it's really, really handy. So love it.
I'm enjoying watching from Philippines. Welcome and thanks for joining.
Jonathan said he got some exciting news this week that his foster license was approved. That is so exciting. Tristan said PJ is giving Hallmark tonight. Chris and Kyle said, do you have any more expressions like y'all that we wouldn't hear up here in Canada? You know what? Something that we say here that we didn't realize that people didn't say other places, and you say it more than I do. I almost never say it, but you say it a lot. And our friends pointed it out to us, is fixin'.
Oh.
So PJ will be like, I'm fixing to go to the store and get something, instead of like I'm about to go. Or
well, that's really the ing for every word that ends in ing turns into that.
Or I just mean fixing. Like, you remember, I'm pretty sure Matt and Bo were like fixing to go. Or what do you say that they're like?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like fixing to.
Yeah.
I don't think other people say fixing to go.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
Like I'm fixing. Like maybe you're like, I'm about to go to the store.
Well, that's what I mean it as, but that's I'm fixing to head that way.
Mm-hmm.
Fixing.
Wait, maybe not. Maybe does anyone else say fixing?
Like I'm fixing
to go somewhere. But what did they say that you always say? And they're like, I can't tell what you mean. Like, are you going to do it or not? What do you say? I wouldn't care to.
I don't care. I don't care to do that.
I don't care to do that. So if they're like, hey, will you help me with something? And you mean it like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care to help. That means like you don't mind, but then they're like, oh wait, you don't care to help, like you don't want to help. Okay, and there's something else. We call shopping carts buggies here in Tennessee or in this area. I think other people call them carts or shopping carts.
Finnego.
Like that. Someone said buggy on here. Yeah.
Not sure if y'all have been asked this, but it just went away. Wait, it's not loading.
June said fixins means side dish, right?
Oh wait, it says somebody hacked your comments. Hacked you. Yeah, our comments are gone.
What does that mean? Oh, there we go. There we go. Mike said, not sure. That was weird. Uh-oh, it's gone.
Yeah, it did it again.
Granny7 hacked your comments. Comment. What does that even mean?
I'll fix that.
Do the toggle.
Let's see if that worked.
Okay. Oh, someone said people keep doing that now. It's very long comments with blank spaces. So that's just a comment that they're doing. Okay. Thanks for letting us know, Will.
Okay. Well, they're blocked now.
We blocked it.
I'm sure they'll pop back in. Okay.
Wait, someone said, have you guys seen someone recreated your guys' house on The Sims?
Really? No. How do you do that? What would we need to do to go see that? Oh,
I will say though, speaking of that, guys, and a couple of you have reached out with this information already. There's a Facebook group called
The Property Lovers.
The Property Lovers, and it features content from us that they've taken from us, and then it also features like AI generated images of like guys and boys, and it's like, it's not us. So if you see The Property Lovers, I think they have like they're up to 15,000 followers on Facebook now. It's not us. So I don't.
Yeah. If you want to help us out, go and report them as a fake account.
Yeah. So if you go to Facebook and type in The Property Lovers, I'm sure we're probably the first one to pop up, but they're underneath us, and I want to report them and have them change their name and stop posting our photos. It's weird. Okay, so Mike said, not sure if you've been asked this, but any tips for getting a foster license? I say just do it. So we talked about getting a foster license for like maybe a year and a half before we actually did it, and we like kept like finding dates and times for the classes, and then we were like would make excuses like, oh, this is too far away to drive to classes, this doesn't line up with our schedule, and finally we found one right maybe like 5 minutes down the road from our house, and then we signed up immediately. We were nervous about going at first, and then we just did it. If you want to see our whole foster care process, including our first class, you can go to YouTube and type in I think PJ and Thomas adoption story, and we kind of take you from the very first class all the way up until our adoption day.
Hi guys from Catskills, New York. That was a place that we looked at real estate recently,
Yeah.
like this week.
a couple days ago.
We always go, well, I don't say always. We went through this from 2016 to 2020, and we'll probably be going through that from 2024 to 2020.
But yeah, let's discuss like our someone asked earlier, are we looking for a bigger family home? We also, besides just looking for a bigger family home as our kids get older, we also like daydream about moving out of Tennessee. We're always like, we live, born and raised here, born and raised in our small town. Our whole family is here. And sometimes we like to play the game of like, what would it look like if we moved to a different state, even if it was just for a few years? I think high on our list, if we were ever to do that, which we probably won't, would be upstate New York. Or else?
I would say that area, Connecticut.
Like New England would be a dream for me.
And the main reason why, Hudson Valley, the main reason why is because we love the real estate.
Yeah.
All of the homes up there are like really old. I love a stone. I drug that out.
You wanted to say, oh, didn't you?
Yeah. I used to say, oh, toad. I told you, code.
Yeah,
I'm
he
toad,
like,
which meant I'm cold.
Wouldn't pronounce the L in those words.
Yeah. So, yeah, upstate, we love a farmhouse. We love a stone, beautiful farmhouse on land. And I love the snow.
Yeah. And someone said, how's the cost of living where you guys are? It is like, I feel like compared to the rest of the country, it's actually really affordable. However, there are houses these days that are going for $500,000 that would have been maybe $200,000 houses even 5 or 6 years ago. Everything is getting more expensive. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's hard because our whole family is here. Our moms are here. Some of our siblings are here. Our older sisters are in different states, but it's like our whole life is here. And I don't know, has anyone on live here, has anyone just packed up their whole life and moved to a different state without any family or friends? And like, how did that go for you?
I tried leaving upstate so many times and keep coming back, even though the weather is much better in the South. Enjoying all 4 seasons alone is worth staying.
Yeah. And we do have all 4 seasons here in Tennessee.
Or in the Sound.
Someone moved to Costa Rica 15 years ago. Someone moved to Arizona, and they're from Ohio.
PJ stands for Paul Jasper. Blackman said, I saw the Facebook page. I think initially the Facebook page started with a lot of our content, but it's like moved into a lot of AI couple content. And actually, I think the majority of it's like AI content.
Yeah. Okay, a couple of people are saying, oh, thanks. Someone said, you two are such a motivation. Just wanted to come here and say that. Thank you.
So sweet. Thank you.
I know comments like that really mean a lot. That's very, very sweet. I moved from Washington State to Illinois.
I moved from DC to Seattle. Highly recommend moving to a blue state. Seattle would be.
That's the other thing.
Seattle would be fun.
Yeah.
We've been there a few times, and I don't know if the gloomy weather would get me emotionally. I don't know.
PJ has SADS.
I do. However, I am medicated these days, and it has been great.
Yeah. Moved from Houston to Phoenix to Miami. Oh, a bunch of hot places. See, I think that because Tennessee is so hot. Like we were averaging like 99 all summer. I would really want to move to like a more milder climate, like maybe an upstate or maybe a New England. So I don't know.
That's a good question for you right now. Have y'all faced any discrimination where you are in Tennessee? Thomas recently had an encounter at a grocery store.
Oh my gosh, I didn't. Yeah. So, okay, the short answer is not in a long time. Yes, growing up, we both were like bullied for like being gay, even though we weren't even out, but like that's just how it goes. And then ever since we've been together and been open and like had a family, we really have not faced discrimination. I'm not saying it doesn't exist or occur here because it absolutely does. But for us personally, we also, I feel like, accommodate ourselves so that that doesn't happen a lot. But I went to the grocery store the other day out near our farm that just opened, and I saw these three young teenage girls. I'm assuming they're teenage girls. I saw these three girls in the grocery store, and they were kind of like laughing, and I saw them. I like noticed them because they were kind of loud also. And then I get out to my car, and I'm unloading, and their car is next to mine, or it's close to mine. And as I'm loading the groceries in the back of the car, one of them starts snickering and goes, "Lavender boy." And then they all go, "Oh my gosh, stop." And like, then they kept walking. And I didn't look up from putting my groceries in because I was like, wait, maybe they weren't talking to me. Maybe they were saying lavender. And then I thought Lavender Haze by Taylor Swift. Maybe they were quoting Taylor Swift. I just wasn't even thinking. But I did clock that they said lavender boy. So I get in the car and I Google, what does lavender boy mean? And like, sure enough, it's like what they used to call gay men back in the 1920s, Google told me. It's like a slang term. And I was like, really like sad about that. And I wasn't sad because I was like, oh, those girls hurt my feelings. I was sad because I was thinking like, no, like you're the generation that's supposed to be better than the previous generation. You're the generation that is supposed to lead with like love and acceptance. This is like our old parents' generation. What are you doing? And I felt just more sad for like the future, kind of. I was kind of discouraged. They didn't hurt my feelings because I actually learned something new from them. But I was just more so let down, I think, and disappointed. But that was my little homophobia story from this week. Oh God. Joel said the next generation is scaring me. My niece is more conservative than I am. Yeah, that is kind of freaky. So you're saying where you are in Tennessee is good for gays and minorities?
I would probably say
as a whole, probably not.
Yeah.
But there's also those pockets everywhere. We found a really great community here in our kids' school and like the people we surround ourselves with. But no, I don't think as a whole that this area is, I mean, it's a very conservative area. There's a church on every corner. People are stuck in their ways a lot.
Mike, we have been to Virginia. My sister actually lives in Virginia Beach.
Daniel said, okay, I have to finish Martha. Love your vibe. We'll be back soon. Keep on keeping on.
I don't blame you.
I know.
I love Martha content.
Yeah, I do too. I was just telling PJ tonight, I said, I wish that she had another documentary. If you guys liked the Martha documentary on Netflix, check out The Many Lives of Martha Stewart on CNN, which is on Max. And then if you're subscribed to Masterclass, Martha has a great Masterclass. Hey, Lisa. Brown Eyed Girl 5.
Oh, hey. I saw a question that was on YouTube and now it's gone. But it was, do y'all have any veterans in your family? Yeah, it's right there. Thomas's, our brother-in-law is a veteran.
He was a Marine.
My papa was. My sister is married. My brother-in-law is married. So she is married too. And he's still in the military, which is why they live in Virginia Beach.
Yeah. That's an interesting question.
Wait.
Oh, my shoulder. Guys, I get the worst shoulder pain.
Paul, that was actually something that we dealt with this week. I don't know if we really feel comfortable talking. It's so fresh. It'd be like ripping off the Band-Aid, but
Yeah.
we had to address something like that this week.
Austin said mattresses you guys use sponsored / recommend.
We just got the kids some really comfortable mattresses that we did a partnership with the company, and I don't know, they're all twin mattresses, so I don't know what like a queen or a king would be, but I liked them.
Yeah, they're very, very comfortable, and they are from Naturepedic, and they are so much more comfortable than any of our mattresses. We sleep on almost a 10-year-old mattress, though.
We love our mattress, but it's starting to get.
Yeah, so we may check out Naturepedic because the kids at our farmhouse, that's where theirs are. And they're very very comfortable.
Love your accents. Hello from Long Island, New York. Thank you.
Oh, Tony said, have you both lost your fathers or are they just not around? We get that question a bunch. Or the question of like, where are your dads? Because we talk about our moms a lot. My dad actually did pass away in the spring of last year. And your dad is still very much alive.
Both of our dads were and are alcoholics and or addicts. And we just have never really had a relationship with our dads. And that was actually one of the first things that we kind of bonded over when we first met.
Trauma bonding.
And unfortunately, that relationship is just not there. It wasn't really there for Thomas, and it's not there for me. And at this point in my life, I don't really think it's ever going to be there, just because he is kind of in a position where he's not willing to change, and his life is just so toxic that it's hard to be around. Edwin, yeah, my back is starting to hurt. It's actually been hurting ever since we've been staying at the farm. I've been doing a lot of manual labor on the farm, and it really flares up my back. And what sucks is I really, really enjoy manual labor, and my body just is saying no more, but I keep doing it.
A couple people are saying like same story with my dad, and then someone else said my dad's in denial that I'm gay. You know what the sad part is about my dad is he actually both of our dads. This is the crazy part. When my dad was alive, he loved PJ, and like he always supported me being gay. He was very accepting, and your dad has been the same. He's like never treated me weird. He's like totally okay with it. And I think that's one of the almost the saddest parts, is because that wasn't our struggle with our dad. Our struggle was because they are both, and we're both addicts. And so it's like, it's almost like such a missed opportunity, because I'm like, oh, if you didn't have that disease, alcoholism, then we could have been so great together. But it's all good. Someone asked a fun question on Instagram. They said, have you ever done a partnership and you felt like maybe it wasn't aligned with your values afterwards?
I would say definitely. I would have to like try to think of one that we did. Well, I don't know. We've had some that we've turned down for that exact reason.
Yeah, that's true. I'm thinking of one 2 years ago. It was a big one, a financial one. And we turned it down because we were like, no, we're not going to align ourselves with that company. Oh my gosh, my mom's on here and said, but your dad got angry when you wanted a Barbie for Christmas instead of a football. But I did end up playing football later on. So he and I still played with Barbie. So he should have been happy then. But yeah, can you think of any? Should we like? I don't know if I want to like name names of the brands. But
yeah, probably not. But the answer is yes, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. There was one travel thing that we did not make sense at all why we were brought there, and
yeah,
that's probably the biggest one. And when we got there, we even like messaged the
Like the coordinator from the agency.
and we were like, "Are you sure this wasn't like a mistake?"
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely there have definitely been situations where we
Yeah, and we even got like messages and comments about it. And we were like, yeah, we're kind of just as confused as you are. Yeah.
how old are you guys? I am 38.
And I'm 33. I keep saying that I'm 34, but I'm not 34. I'm 33. Someone said, what position did you play in football, Thomas? I was a defensive end. I think that's what it was called. It was in 8th grade. So I feel like in the moment I really understood the game of football, and now I know absolutely nothing about football, except that Taylor Swift's boyfriend plays it, and he has won 3 Super Bowls.
Thank you, Edmund. Do you have kids? We do have kids. We have 3. We did foster care, and then we ended up adopting them. It was a sibling group. They were 18 months, 2.5, and 4. They are now 6, 8, and 9. Our middle son just turned.
I was about to say, no, they're not. That's weird.
Our middle son just turned 8 this past week.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I have to get used to that now. Hi, Sale.
Hi,
Oh
Sale.
my gosh. And Dr. Paul said something really sweet. I just want to thank him for that. He said, you are examples of family. Thank you for everything.
So it's been a rough week. Sending you so much love.
Hi, everyone from the Philippines. Conrad said, ever thought about moving to LA or NUM? I don't know what NUM is. And we've never thought of, or NYC.
I cannot do a big city.
No to LA, yes to NYC.
And it's a no and a no for me. I can visit both. I could even do like a long visit, but I don't. If we could afford a second like house there, I would do that. But no, I can't live there full time.
I could, but not NYC like Manhattan. It would have to be like Brooklyn. I love the idea of Brooklyn. Blackman said, you guys look so good for your age.
Thank you. Emily, that is so sweet.
Also, remember, you're only seeing us through a grainy front-facing camera, but thank you. Yeah, Sale's in NYC. Sale is our friend from our small town. She grew up here, and I think you guys did dance together. And then I think in 2001, right? Didn't she move right before the Twin Towers? And she moved to New York City, and now she's a city girl. But she comes home to visit sometimes.
Did your beach house get any damage from either hurricane? Luckily, it did not. We were close to Helene whenever that came through, but I think it just rained. We didn't get any damage. That had me rethinking of whether or not we want to keep it. You guys know I go back and forth on that all the time.
Last week, you said that we're going to list it in the spring.
I think we will list it, and I think we will do like an insanely high price. And if it sells for that price, I can justify it. And if it doesn't, we'll spend our summer down there like we did this past year.
Aw.
Just realized that Rye is a Scorpio like me. That was from Sopna. I need to look up what that.
I know, I do too. I don't know any of our kids' signs. I know our signs. Someone on Instagram said, hey guys, love your stuff. Bama here. Our little guy is 9 months. Luckiest daddy and dada in the world. That's amazing. 9 months. Oh my gosh.
So cute.
What a fun age. We've never had a 9-month-old before. I feel like that'd be so fun. And I feel like they'd be so squishy. Hey, Mr. DJ, put a record on. They said, how do y'all make financial decisions together? I don't know. I feel like we have found a way that really works for us.
And what is that?
Like, I feel like we both understand. Years ago, when we first joined our bank accounts, when we first got married almost 10 years ago, we said anything over $50 that we spend. Do you remember that? We would like discuss with each other
Before we bought it.
before we bought it. So it was like, that was like a big purchase. So it was like, anything over 50, we'll discuss. But if it's under 50, it's like kind of like, don't go crazy, but like, yeah, you can get it. So like, I don't know. And then if it's a big money decision, like what? What's like a big money decision or a big money purchase? I don't know. We discuss it.
Yeah.
Like I really wanted this barn jacket from J. Crew, and I looked at it for months because it was really expensive before spending it. And we talked about it, and then finally we did it, or I did it, and it was wonderful. And yeah, I just feel like talking about money a lot with your spouse is great, and try and get on the same page.
PJ has saved me so much money by teaching me to cut my own hair from his videos. Thank you.
Aw.
It really, I mean, it adds up. Haircuts are expensive these
Mhm.
days.
Hey, Morgan.
Hey, Morgan. Did you get the paint out?
He did get the paint out of my jacket.
Most of it. You can see a little bit.
Yeah, but not really on the sleeve where I got it on the sleeve, but on the back, which I don't really care because you don't really see the back. Yeah, and then
Or
someone
you
else.
don't. You don't see the back.
I don't see the back, and I'm the one wearing it. And
That's
I
all that
buy
matters.
right. I buy clothes for me. I don't buy them for anyone else. I buy them for how I feel and how I look in them. And if other people don't like it, I don't really care that much. It all depends on how I feel.
Sapna, your birthday is on the 13th. Looking forward to a cake. Happy early birthday. Speaking of cake, I'll show you what we got Raya. What's left of it.
So should we eat it some?
I already did when I put it in here. So we got a chocolate.
It's called a Kahlua fudge cake.
It is this is what I get for my birthday every year. We found this bakery because my aunt brought a cake. I forget. Where did she bring it? I don't know. My aunt bought a cake and it was delicious. And so now our like family tradition for birthday cakes is to get it from this place. They're kind of expensive. They're like $50.
They're $40, which that is subjective, or because in bigger cities, I think cakes are a lot more expensive than $40. I don't know.
That's true. In our town, it's kind of pricey, but it's so worth it because it is delicious. Thomas likes the strawberry cream. I like the chocolate Kahlua. We've also gotten the caramel.
I think, yeah, we got the caramel. I really like the amaretto, like almond one.
Why do I smell coffee?
The cake.
No, I smelled
Kahlua.
I smelled that. Kahlua is not coffee.
Oh. Sale said, we're doing turkey drumsticks this year. No big bird. Thoughts? We are looking to simplify Turkey Day.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Thanksgiving and Christmas is the turkey. And I like the white meat, so that wouldn't work for me, but
white meat and dark meat. Take it away. Do you know that's from?
Adam's Family.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Happy Turkey Day. Andrew said, have you read Ina Garten's new book? It was amazing. Ina Garten. Is it Ina or Ina? Ina Garten's new book. It was amazing. I have seen that all over our social media. I really want to read it. No, we haven't read it just yet. I need to buy
it. Let's see. Ryan said, I don't like cake or chocolate, and it's turned, dang it, just went away. Turn into the blessing in disguise. I'll eat chicken wings till the cows come home. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't like cake either.
Yeah.
I never ate cake until we found this place. It's called the Bread Basket. If you're local to Cleveland or Chattanooga, they have multiple locations in Chattanooga, and they have one location here. I was not a cake fan until, like, actually to the point where when I was a kid, my mama made apple pies for my birthday because I didn't eat cake. These cakes are something else.
They're so good. They're like not too sweet. Oh my God, they're so good. Someone asked where my shirt is from. It's actually from J. Crew. I will link it after this live for you on our Instagram stories. I think it's still on sale. It's like $20. So yeah.
Do you get asked inappropriate questions constantly, and how do you deal? Just ignore or tell people to? So here's the thing. We hold back online just because you don't know necessarily who is watching. And I feel like you should be appropriate with the fact that you could have like young people on, or we could have family members on. However, if you are a close friend of ours, we tend to overshare when it comes to like anything. So if you ask the question, we will always answer it. We never hold back. So you get a PG version online, but if we were like friends in person, you would not get a PG answer. And it's just who we are. I have always overshared, and I probably always will.
Yeah, I mean, yes. But for the inappropriate questions, I don't know. I think that's also subjective. It's like, what is considered inappropriate? I don't know.
Well, see, my answer to that is if I know you, I will answer whatever you ask me.
The biggest inappropriate question that we always get, and I honestly feel like this is every single gay couple for some reason, is what?
Top or bottom.
Right.
But that's something I would answer in person.
Oh, okay. With like a close friend.
I mean, I don't know. I'm so open book. It wouldn't be like if I was at Walmart or the grocery store and somebody come up and said that. But like if we were in a casual setting and we were like in a living room or like at someone's house or.
Yeah. That doesn't bother me. So I guess it goes back to like, what is considered inappropriate to you? But that it's like what may be considered inappropriate to you is not considered inappropriate to other people. Like we've been really opening up a lot on our Substack, which is our weekly newsletter. And we've been embracing it, like I think a different side of us than we've shared online for the last almost 10 years. And that has been really fun to kind of like destigmatize certain conversations that may be considered taboo. So if you want to subscribe to our Substack, it's pjandthomas.substack.com.
We don't answer that question on there, or we haven't.
No. Did it seem like I was alluding to that? No, we didn't answer that on there, but like we do a lot of Q&As. Oh, S. Rodriguez said, I love the newsletter. And Edwin said, everyone subscribe to their Substack. It's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun on Substack. We just did our 1-year anniversary, and we have a really tight-knit community over there, kind of like our Vino Vent community. And some of you spill over into our Substack, and it's wonderful. And we have a new issue coming out every Tuesday, so make sure you subscribe.
Dixie's doing good. I need to tell Dixie, she has an Instagram account, but she never posts on it. I need to tell her to start posting, and I will link it so that you can follow her story about she bought some land and she's like fixing it up.
Yeah. PJ Cameron is in love with you. Oh, no. They might be in love with you. Duncan said, new subscribers to the Substack and love it. Thank you. Thanks, Duncan. Chris and Kyle said, it really is a great subscription Substack. Wendy said, I look forward to reading it every week. Chris, I'm not going to stop. Christine said, love the Substack and the content there.
Whoa, I just about fell.
Oh my gosh, that scared me. Guys, thank you so much.
Dixie needs a cameo in V&V sometime. That would be so fun. Dixie is an open book and she does not hold back. I would almost be afraid of what Dixie would say. I am the most vulgar when I'm around Dixie, and she is equally, if not more, the same.
Guys, they're like two sailors when they're together.
It might be bad. Hey, PJ and Thomas from Australia. I've been watching your videos on YouTube since the beginning. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That's a long time. That was 2015.
Yeah,
we're coming up on 10 years.
Oh, Jesus.
We recently got our plaque for hitting 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. However, we're actually up to like 150,000 subscribers. So it was very delayed when we got it.
Waited a bit.
Dixie is my kind of gal.
Fred said, yeah, my kind of gal. That's funny.
I need to tell Dixie to watch one of our Vino Vents because she gets mentioned so much.
Oh my gosh. Conrad said, I found y'all from HGTV.
Oh,
Talking
wow.
about Blast from the Past. Oh, that is crazy. So 2017, that's when our HGTV pilot came out. Okay, so you guys, it's 8:58. It's almost been an hour. We always save the last 10 minutes usually for what we are watching on TV lately and what we're loving. This week we started a new show. I really like it.
Oh. Sorry, guys. It's asking me to verify on TikTok. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
David said, I only followed you guys for a couple of years and I already love you. I'm considering subscribing to OK McKay. OK McKay is our newsletter. Do you think he should subscribe to OK McKay?
Give it a shot. Can you do like a monthly, just like, it's a month to month, right?
So you can, there's two different types of subscriptions. You can subscribe for free and receive part of the newsletter and then half of it is behind a paywall. Or you could do like a monthly subscription. It's $5 a month, or you could do a yearly subscription. It's $50 a year. So yeah.
How many, the good thing is if you did a month, you would be able to read everything and get caught up on everything.
Yeah.
How many newsletters are there currently? Do you have any idea?
There's over, I think 70.
So if you subscribe for 1 month, you would have 70 articles or newsletters that you could read.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be, in my opinion, worth the monthly fee. I do not read. I don't like to read. So for me, it wouldn't be my thing. But I wish, I've always said, I wish I enjoyed reading. I just don't enjoy reading, which really sucks. However, in college or university, I really loved reading my textbooks, which is so weird, but
that is weird.
I was really interested in the field of study that I was in, and I loved to read back then.
So David, the monthly fee it's $5 a month, but if you subscribe, if you do the yearly membership, it's, I think 17% cheaper is the math. It's $50 for a yearly membership, as opposed to $5 a month.
Audiobooks have helped me with this. There was a period when we were going back to our beach shack to renovate it. We were in the car for like 7 hours at a time. I really got into audiobooks then.
Mm-hmm.
I like to do those when I'm traveling. So I would say I'm into audiobooks. I'm not. And then a friend of ours is like, what he does is he gets a book and then he also does the audiobook and he'll follow along in the book. He reads also, but sometimes he'll do that. And that's something I'd probably try out.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoy reading and writing. I haven't done a lot of reading lately though. Krista said the discussions are nice on Substack. Okay. Yes, Krista, that's a good point. So besides just like us sending out a newsletter, we also have a chat thread on there. We have a couple of different chat threads that are only open to paid subscribers. And it's like I said, it's a really tight-knit community. And you can just like talk about everything and nothing, talk about what you're watching, talk about what you're making, eating, and it's really great. So that's also a benefit to being a paid subscriber is our chat thread.
David said, do your kids, oh wait, we never talked about what we're watching. So
what are we watching?
It's 9 o'clock. We're going to go over just because we do this. We end it every week on this. So we finished Agatha All Along. All the way.
All the way. Agatha all the way. No, it's All Along. I was joking.
We finished Agatha. And it was good. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was good. And I was not on my phone throughout the whole show, which is a big thing. Because if I'm not,
his
barometer. As of recent, if I'm not on my phone, then it's good enough to stay focused. Agatha All Along. We watched Grotesquerie and finished it. I loved it up until a certain point. If you've watched the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then I hated it. Like it went from loving it and really invested in it to literally being on my phone the rest of the show.
I loved it, for the record. We just started a new show this week called Brilliant Minds on Peacock with Zachary Quinto. and it feels very like nostalgic TV. Every week is a different
It's very Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, I really like it. What do you think about it?
I'm on my phone when I watch it. I totally get the vibe of it, and I think I could probably get into it. I don't know. And maybe it's the fact that we started it this week and like life is so serious right now that I just
Yeah.
couldn't get into a show like that. But I'm willing to give that one another chance when I'm in a better state of mind. It's been a rough couple weeks, guys.
Yeah.
But that's a maybe for me. I haven't yet completely ruled it out, but we'll see. Good night, S. Rodriguez. And then we watched a movie. What was the movie? It was a scary movie.
I think we've already talked about Salem's Lot.
Okay, that was
and
last.
Doctor Sleep.
Okay,
because that was like before Halloween. But I know I'm like, my brother and his wife asked this week. They're like, "What should we watch?" And I'm like, "Have we not been watching?"
Two people said Matlock. We'll have to give that a
okay.
chance.
Yeah, I've been wanting to
with
watch
Kathy
that.
Bates.
Yeah.
Yeah, this week I would say we haven't watched a ton of TV because we've watched other things that were depressing.
Yeah.
We watched a lot of news and then stopped watching news.
I was just about to say, as soon as the election was over, we have not. This is, you guys, listen. We have a little Amazon device in our kitchen, and I play the news all day while I'm working. I switch between ABC News and NBC News now for years, and I have not turned on the news since Tuesday. And you guys, I don't think I'm gonna turn on the news for the next 4 years for my own personal mental health.
I hope that is true for my personal mental health.
I honestly haven't missed it. That's the weird thing. I used to have FOMO if I wasn't watching the news because like I like to stay up to date on what's happening. And I haven't turned on the news and I'm like, I don't miss it. I don't miss it. We've just been listening to a whole bunch of Christmas music.
Yeah, we have switched over to Christmas music and have started decorating. I was going to turn the computer, but I'll turn the computer.
You can't show the computer and not
the other ones. Okay, so Instagram and TikTok. We started decorating. Boom, bang. Oh, wait, that's going to be harder than I thought.
Yeah, I'm like, be careful.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Right.
I think that concludes Vino Vent. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your week. I know it's been a hectic week for half of us, maybe more than half on these chats, but I hope you guys have a great week. It's definitely going to be a better week than last week, and we'll stay in touch. So we will have a new vlog this coming Sunday, so stay tuned for that. But if you didn't watch last week's vlog, it was cute. It was all about Halloween, and
you guys didn't watch last week's vlog.
Yeah, it didn't do so well.
Yeah, there's only like 12,000 views. So go watch last week's vlog if you missed this week's, because there wasn't one this week.
Yeah. So like I said, thanks again, and cheers to a new week, and let's make it positive. Let's spread some positivity. The world needs more positivity. So love you guys. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Have a good week.